Welcome to the Wolfden Podcast. We are here with Scotty of NorCal Esports.
Hi, that's me.
So
I'm on my camera.
The reason why I asked Scotty to actually be here is because, well, we did the last one standing challenge together, and honestly, the guy had great vibes. It was amazing, and on top of it, he's a part of a team that I'm actually going for. Hashtag NCR Tyler for NorCal Rising. So that's, but he's a part of NorCal, and we are going to talk about that. But we're also going to be talking about his grind to 100 thieves as well.
Ooh, okay, I didn't know you had that prepared.
Oh, I knew, man. Trust me, there's a lot.
Goodness gracious.
I pay attention to everybody as best I can.
You're one of the few. Let me tell you.
Let me tell you, you're easy to track. You're one of the easy.
That's a good thing or a bad thing.
It might actually look bad on me if I'm being honest.
Yeah,
Stalker muck.
It looks bad for you.
Stalker mucked. So
wait, next thing I see, you're like outside my window going.
Dude, I don't even know what state you're in. I'm not that good.
Well, you just said stalker, so I was just like, oh, well, I've had people say that they're inside my walls at one point, and I was just like, how creepy can you get? They said they're in my walls, they're outside my window, they're underneath my desk playing with my fucking toes. I'm like, huh? What are you? I wasn't ready for that one.
I'm surprised I kept the water in, but yeah.
But no, I've had some people say the weirdest things, so you say it's stalker, I was just like, okay, let's roll that off the shoulder.
So we were actually talking before we got into the recording part of all of this. You know, You're part of NorCal. You're sponsored with G Fuel through the team, Gamer Advantage, all the different brand Steel Series. I love my Steel Series.
I got mine too.
Dude, I bet they're the exact same ones.
Which one do you have? Okay,
I love them.
We have different ones because yours is wireless, mine is wired.
Okay, so you got the gen below me then.
Yeah, I've got Arctic 3s.
I got 5s. That's it.
Yeah,
Arctic 5s.
Yeah.
So I got the 5s. And
you got the better one.
So it's something that I did not want to bring up because I wanted to wait till the podcast.
Okay.
So over your right shoulder there, you got a guy with a green hat. Yeah, you're right.
Guy. Goofy.
Yeah. That was actually my nickname back in middle school and high school.
Goofy?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, fair enough. My old high school nickname was that one white guy.
So I take it you were like the only white person in school.
Yeah, so my high school was predominantly African American, and it was rare to see a white guy, or in this case, a white person in school. So, and I did. There's a whole story behind it.
Oh God, let's talk about it. Let's go.
All right, well, here's the first here's the first story for me. Okay, so that one white guy was my original gamer tag as well, which is what makes it even better. So I'm going through high school, and I have last period of the day off early because I had like extra credits done. So I was just going around, and we had pep rally that day. So I showed up early to the pep rally, and the DJ who was like playing the music did. There's a song called "Watch Me" by Silento. Watch me whip, now watch me nay nay. Watch me.
Yeah. Oh my God, dude.
Yeah. Did I just unlock a memory?
I was out of high school when that song came out, so you're saying you're in high school, man.
Oh yeah, I'm in my senior year of high school when that.
Right now?
Came out. No.
Oh no. Okay.
When that happened. Dear
like,
God. Hold on. Question. How old do you think I am?
If I had to really guess, I'd say 22.
I'm 23. Close enough.
Okay. Can you guess how old I am?
Saying you're older than me, you're saying you're just getting out of school when that happened. You're like 24, 25.
I'm 28.
Oh my God. You give off an energy. Oh, that's right. You have kids, don't you? Yeah,
I got two. I got 2 of them.
Yeah, that's right. Okay. But to continue the story, so I showed up early. Watch Me was playing, so I was just like, "There's hardly anybody here. I may as well do it." So I'm sitting there dancing to it, like doing like tiny little bits. I'm not going like full on into it, like, hey, yeah. No, I'm not doing that. I'm just like, and people in the stands that were there were laughing. I was just like, okay, sure. And then the school mascot approaches me and says, hey, I want you on the gym floor when we do that, or when that song comes on. I'm thinking like, oh, it's going to be like a 20-second, 30-second thing. Like we're sitting on the sideline of like the basketball court, right? No, it is not that. So the song comes on. I start like jogging out thinking like, oh, we're just going to go to the sideline, right? No, he runs to the center of the gym floor. I'm just like, okay, I'm right behind you. So I start like jogging, and then like second I get to like see him fly past it, I'm just like, oh, okay, gotta sprint. And we go to the center of the gym floor. I'm still thinking 20, 30 seconds in my mind. No, we did like a full minute and a half of the song. I had to whip Nene, stanky leg, crank that
Oh my God.
in the middle of the gym floor in front of my entire high school.
Oh my God.
And the people who knew me were like, oh, Scotty, come here, take a picture with me for Snapchat, whip for me, shit like that, blah, 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 blah. The people that didn't know me went, hey, it's that one white guy from the pep rally. Come here, come here. And it just carried. It just carried on.
That is like the greatest thing I've ever heard, man. So my high school was also predominantly black. My nickname actually became the blackest white guy when we hit junior year, because I'm not even joking when I say this. I had two buddies. I'm not going to say their names, but we called them by their last name brothers because they were brothers. And they had speakers. They had an amplifier. They had everything you need.
Sounds like my high school, yeah.
And I swear to God, we hot wired I think it was like 6 speakers, put them in the trunk, put them in the back seat. Like they were sitting on the speakers in my back seat driving around. Oh, and it would just, every time a bass hit, like our favorite song to put on was A Milli by Lil Wayne.
A Milli.
And every time, I swear to God, every time that the bass hit, we thought we were going to flip the car. Like we'd be driving down the road like, and then all of a sudden just go. That's how we felt every time. So my friend, we ended up breaking the trunk lock.
Oh my!
It just came undone one day. I think we were playing Mims. This Is Why I'm Hot.
Okay.
You probably don't know that song, do you?
No, it sounds like a song I would know, but
so the guy was just a one-hit wonder. It was a very popular song. I was probably like 13 or 14, so you must have been like 8 or 9 years old.
I was like 8. I was living in, I think I was in Oklahoma at the time when I was 8. I think.
Oh, great! You were in
Oklahoma. It was either Oklahoma or Hawaii. It was one of the two.
Well, if you were in Hawaii, you would have never heard the song. Oklahoma, you're probably sitting there going ding a ling a ling 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 all the time. Then I bet, right?
Just pure country music. No.
So
it was more in Oklahoma. It was more pop, like modern day, like Ariana Grande, Lady Gaga, stuff like that. But that was at the time when I was 8. That was the main thing I was listening to. That and splashes of Eminem.
I'm from Detroit, man. Okay, look,
okay,
every time,
yeah, so
every time we hear a white person say Eminem, it's like a fucking course. Like that's where we're.
Nothing wrong with Eminem. Hold on, wait a minute.
That's why. Trust me, when you're from Detroit, it's a whole different vibe. Especially as a white person from Detroit, it's like, yeah, of course, Eminem, yeah, because you're white too. Like we get it. I listen to Eminem because, well, I'm fucking white.
I just listened to it because it didn't have, like most rap music nowadays I don't like and I don't listen to as much. Main reason being, one, it's just the same choppy kind of flow the entire way.
It's the mumble rap stuff.
Yeah, they mumble. And 3, it's just the same stories over and over again. Get money, fuck bitches, I got cars, started from the bottom, we were doing drugs at the place, shit like that, etc., etc. M had like different kinds of stories and talked about like who he was as a person. Which is one thing that most rappers nowadays won't do. because the kids, I say kids, like I'm only like a grandpa talking like this.
Oh, come on, you boomer.
Right, exactly. I'm a boomer. Sorry.
What does that make me?
A fucking dinosaur. No, but most kids nowadays have glorified all of that, and the artists are gonna do what's popular for them. Em has always had that sting of I don't give a fuck what's popular, I'm just gonna do me. And
Exactly.
that's one of the things I like kind of gravitated towards. I was just like, that's fucking sick. And that's why I listen to him.
And that's why I listen to, you know, I don't like the newer stuff myself, like Lil Baby, like the hell.
No, there's Da Baby, Little Xan, Little Yachty. You could literally just put little something, and they're probably an artist somewhere.
Yep, and I listen to like Eminem, Lil Wayne. I listen to Drake here and there. I've never been a big fan of his because he tries to tell a story as if he was poor. But dude, you were adopted. You had a pool in your backyard, and you were a TV star.
I was gonna say, you start off as a TV star, you kind of really can't go like, oh yeah. Poor man. No.
Yeah, exactly.
No.
So,
no.
I mean, so I have, but being an artist in the rap industry is one of the hardest things ever.
Oh, yeah.
No, it honestly is. Because you can literally go from making music on SoundCloud to all of a sudden you're at the top of the world, and then all of a sudden you're gone. Nobody hears from you ever again. Where
I'd say that's the same with the pop industry, too. Because, like, Ariana Grande could release like a brand new song and it would be like hit number 1 on the charts, and then the next week it's just gone.
Yeah, but she can still keep making new music and pop back up on the charts. Where in rap, it's not that easy to get back on the charts.
Yeah, true.
Where in rock music, I love rock music. My
dad made me grow up on rock music, so
same here. I listen to all the 80s music. Like my newest montage that I did on YouTube. Yeah, it's been a couple weeks, but it was actually the new Slipknot song.
Oh, wow.
And actually, I don't know how, but I pulled that off pretty good, personally. I'm getting better at montages. Thanks, Mitch.
You're getting better. Hey, improvement's improvement. Even if it's like one little beat sync, that's an improvement kind of thing.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly. Like, God, what was that one song? It was just very popular.
Just recently?
No, actually it wasn't popular. I think it was just a song that I absolutely loved and adored and cherished. But like I pulled it off where it's like it's going I got and then like I'm making the guy execute.
I got loyal. I got
that's a DNA. DNA, Kendrick.
That's Kendrick. Yeah.
So I like
I just heard it in my head. I was just like, that's Kendrick. 100%.
Dude, when you're just popping stuff off the head, you can't think about it. But I pulled that off somehow pretty good. Not once, but twice. And then I did Hot Shit by Cardi B. Okay. I think I kind of just threw that one together, to be honest.
I think that had Megan Thee Stallion in it, right? Real hot.
No. No. It's Hot Shit. That's all it is. It's got Lil Durk and Kanye West, aka Yee.
Okay.
Bro,
Never
okay.
Heard it.
Oh, bro, hold on.
Do I need to pull this up?
Yeah, I actually can't play it for you. But
I'll listen to it, Craig. I'll listen to it.
Here, let me get
hot shit.
Yeah.
Cardi B.
Yep, Cardi B. And she actually wears the MW2 logo in the video.
That's where that's from. Okay.
That's where it's from. So I end up pulling it off with this song. It was probably like, I feel like this was one of my worst montages, but it turned out to be pretty decent. As much as I don't like Cardi B, this song was actually badass. Because she reminds me a lot of old school rap.
Who, Cardi?
Yeah, she reminds me of like a Tupac. Like a little bit of like Tupac, or even old school Nicki Minaj.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
funnily enough, my first concert was Nicki Minaj. It was on her, I want to say it was her Pink Print tour.
No shit.
Where she had Ray Shrimmered, Tinashe, Meek Mill. There was somebody else there. Dej Loaf and Nicki Minaj. That was my first ever concert.
Much respect, bro.
Yeah. When you said when you said like you were the whitest, the blackest white boy, I was like, I might have a little competition here.
I do have competition because I've never been to a rap concert in my life.
Well, yeah, no, I've been to my first concert was a rap concert, and it was Nicki Minaj. So it was Nicki Minaj, Meek Mill, Ray Shrimmer, and I was just like, oh my god.
See, I've been to rock concerts, I've been to country concerts. I've never been to a rap concert.
Oh, it is a completely different group, especially the one when I went to the one with Nicki. Oh god, she played some of her shit from like when she first started, and there was people singing every single word, like from her like mixtape days, like every single word. I was just like, I don't know all this. I just know some of her stuff. Help me, please.
See, there was one song that she did many, many moons ago. God, I can't remember what it was. But it was one of my favorite songs that she ever did, and I just thought she was a smoke show. God, but it was years ago.
I'm trying to think, because
I think it was Anaconda.
Oh, are you talking about the one where she sampled Sir Mix-a-Lot?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Anaconda.
That was one of my favorite songs that she ever did.
I think. What was it? There was one that it wasn't necessarily a rap song from her, and it was like one of my favorites. Obviously, everybody's gonna love like maybe even like Starships or the boom boom super bass.
Yeah, go. Super bass.
I had to sit there and start singing the song for a second. Boom 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 boom.
See, a lot of people like Stupid Ho as well.
You a stupid hoe. You a stupid hoe.
I didn't like that one. I didn't like it.
It wasn't the greatest. I didn't mind it, kind of deal. You know what I mean? I think it was just more so like I think the main reason why a lot of people like that song was because it was a diss track on somebody, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it kind of was. But
it was just
one song that she actually popular that made me absolutely think she was one of the greatest female rappers ever was Bees in the Trap with 2 Chainz.
Bees in the Trap. Bees in the Trap. God, why are all these memories just coming back and I haven't listened to these songs in fucking years?
Neither have
I'm still able to just like I'm able to start singing the song Bees in the Trap.
Bees
in the Trap.
See, so yesterday, before I lost internet, by the way, I lost internet to my entire house at like 3:00.
Lovely.
But at like 10:00 in the morning, we're getting ready to go putt-putting with my dad. I'm taking Lil McD and Baby McD and the wife out and stuff like that. Fucking never doing that shit again. But I digress. As we're getting ready, I decided just randomly I'm gonna pop on Bedrock with Lil Wayne, Drake.
I'm gonna make your bed.
Yes. And I'm sitting.
A music nerd, if you can't tell already. By the way,
I'm sitting there singing it. My wife is like, "What is wrong with you?" Because this is shit that she grew up on too.
Nah, like everybody that I have a conversation with, if they even say something that's like remotely close to a lyric, I start singing something of it. Like somebody said, what did they say? Somebody said, I'm never gonna do that. And I was just like, never gonna give you up.
So, oh shit, what did I just drop? Okay, we're good.
I don't know. Is it your water? Is it your water?
No, that's still sitting here, by the way. You know, I've already started drinking it. You know, I'm doing okay.
We're sipping on it slowly.
You know what? I'm not sponsored by anybody, and yeah, you know what? We're both 21. I don't give a fuck. It's Jack Daniels, man.
Oh, wow.
This is that. Yeah, just go on out there. I love Jack Daniels stuff.
Okay, fair.
It's
fair.
like it's like a Mike's Hard.
Okay. Yeah.
But this one
I'm
is
not much of a drinker. I know what you're talking about, but I'm not much of a drinker.
Neither am I really. I don't usually drink at all. You know, if I do drink, it's for a special occasion. But after losing Wi-Fi, it's been hot. It's been a shitty fucking week.
You just need a drink. You just need a drink, man.
Yeah. You know, it's been a long day if I pull out the hard liquor.
Fair. That's fair, yeah.
So, but let's go on to where exactly did you actually grow up? Because you mentioned Hawaii, Oklahoma.
Okay. Yeah.
So let's talk about this.
So my father and my stepfather are both military. My dad, Army.
Thank you both to them for their service.
And I'm sure they'd appreciate it. My dad was Army, and my stepfather is in the reserves. So I was personally born in Texas. I was personally born in Killeen, Texas. Then we went to, I'm trying to remember the path of where the hell we've lived. Texas. Then we went to Colorado. Then we lived in Hawaii, Oklahoma, Kentucky, Pennsylvania, Louisiana, back to Texas. I'm in Arizona now, or I was in Arizona, went back to PA. Now we're in Kansas, and here in about a month and a half, we go back to Pennsylvania.
Jesus Christ, you're a military brat.
Damn straight. Like, I personally will never go into it because I don't want my family to go through what I've lived through my entire life of just constantly having to move.
Right.
But I still respect everybody who does go into military service.
Yeah, and it is hard, especially on a kid. You know, you're the first person actually that I know of that is the quote unquote military brat, because when you see, I hate saying that because when you think of a brat, you think of somebody that, you know, like is selfish,
stuck up.
Yeah, stuck up. But in the terms of a military brat, it's somebody that grew up in the military,
lived in the military their whole life,
and constantly keeps moving. You know, so that's the proper term for it when I say it. So, but I hate saying it, but that's the proper term.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's like you've been all over the country.
Oh yeah, and that just includes like where I've lived. We want to talk about places I've visited. Oh God, we'd be here for about a half hour. I can tell you that much.
Jesus, man. So what's your favorite state that you've lived in?
That I've personally lived in is Texas. And that's for two reasons. One, I was born there. So obviously it's going to be like that home state, like that hometown kind of representation kind of thing of just like that. But also the fact that's where I spent most of my high school years. So that was where I've known the most people, and that's where I've made the most memories too. Okay,
so it makes sense to wanting to be in Texas and loving the state itself. So when it comes,
funny thing about Texas, or for me, like you see all like the sports fans are just like, rooting home states, stuff like that, like Cowboys, like Texans, no, none of that is me. I'm a Jacksonville Jaguars fan for football.
Oh my God, no.
But I've been dedicated, all right? I haven't bandwagon onto the Bucks or to the Ravens or the 49ers or any team that's popular.
Look,
I've
man.
stuck with the Jaguars. Stuck with them.
Look, man. I'm a Bucks fan, and that's only because I'm from Detroit, and the Lions have given me nothing. I became a Bucks fan before you were even out of diapers.
Probably.
2001. 2001.
No, I was 4 years old, so I think I'd be barely out of diapers at that point. I think I'd
2001.
be out of diapers.
You're 23, I was a
97 kid. My birthday hasn't happened this year.
Wait, you said you were 23?
Wait, am I just dumb and I said the wrong number? I think I said the wrong number. I'm 24. You said
the wrong number.
Okay. I'm 24. I don't know. I'm just, wow. Okay. Yeah. Do I have blonde hairs? Am I missing one?
Oh my God.
Oh man, from my mother. No, I'm
kidding. I think if I ever make a TikTok for the podcast, that's the opening one. That's the first one. But
but 100 million views. 100 million views. NorCal Esports member is a fucking idiot. Watch this.
Hey Mitch, I got a video for you here.
Yeah, exactly.
So, oh my God, that was great. All right, so you might have been just getting out of diapers then.
Yeah, I was probably just getting out of diapers.
So yeah, that's how long I've been a Bucks fan. Only because again, I'm from Detroit and the Lions haven't given me nothing, and I'm stuck with the Lions.
Oh, yeah, you're fucked. You're fucked.
Exactly.
Like when you guys had Calvin Johnson and Matthew Stafford as a duo, y'all had somewhat of a chance, but then your fucking O-line just
yeah, they shit the bed real fast. Well, the O-line actually was always we've always been a top 10 offensive line for like the last 15 years.
True.
It's just we couldn't get a good enough defense, and then and then once we got a good enough defense, we couldn't have a good enough passing game. Then once we got a good enough passing game, then we couldn't have a running game, and that's when everything just shit the bed.
Just kept crumbling. It's like that constant cycle.
Yep. It's like we were right there. We were one thing away, and then just went whoop.
That you fix that one thing, but the other thing kind of crumbled. So it's just like, oh, I got to go rebuild this up. Oh, well, this is gone now.
We've still yet to fix our running game. I think this year might be the first year that we actually have a semi-decent running game.
And the last semi-decent year for the Jags was, what was it? It was, I know it was within the last like 5 years. It was within the last 5 years, Hundo Pay.
Yeah, I think it was 2017, 2017.
I want to say it was 2017 or 2018.
Yeah, it was
and
one of those
we
two.
lost in the championship game for our conference to the Patriots.
to the refs. Everything's to the refs. It's always about Tom Brady. Fuck Tom Brady. Fuck Tom Brady.
Yeah, Brady, you're a good quarterback. Please be good for fantasy, but fuck you.
Hey, bring me back another Super Bowl to the Buccaneers and then get the fuck out.
Right? No, that's. But no, there was a call. I don't know what it was exactly, but I think it was like there was like something I would have called holding, and most everybody in the world.
I remember that. And then they got
the end zone. It was in the end zone.
And then the refs fucked you.
No call. And I was just like, dude, that fucks our entire game. Because if we would have got that touchdown, and got that and field goal, everything, we would have won. We would have been in the Super Bowl. But because of the refs, the Patriots, we didn't go. So.
Yep, and I think that was the same year that they went against the Rams in the Super Bowl. Wasn't it?
I believe so. Both you and me flip over to our other monitors, just like, yeah, let me look. Super Bowl.
Here, I'm looking up the Jags alone here.
Super Bowl.
See, this is what's great about being with other content creators, because you just know what can happen. You never know what can truly happen. Let's see here. First, it was 2017. It was in 2017.
It was 2017. Oh my goodness.
So we were right. I knew it was 2017 or 2018.
Yeah. Who did they go up against? The halftime show was Lady Gaga. Oh God. Never mind. What the hell? No, I don't think it was that year.
No, they lost to Philly. The Patriots lost to Philly that year.
That's what that one was, because the one in 2017 was the choke show by the Falcons.
Yep.
God, I think I still have, like, I was involved like heavily on Instagram at the time. I think I still have the picture of like the international choking symbol, or like the choking symbol for like American Sign Language is this. Like they're choking.
Yeah.
And then the new one was the Atlanta Falcons logo.
The Falcon choking.
Yeah, the Falcons choking, because I think they had like a 21-3 lead at halftime.
Yeah, it was like a 24-3 lead.
It was some sort of lead. It was a big ass lead, and then they just scuffed it.
Yep, they just shit the bed. Literally, and well, literally.
Literally. There's no figuratively to that. There's just literally.
There is no literally. Or no figuratively. Yeah. Look, I can't talk.
I'm surprised I've been able to keep my words the entire time, and that was the first time I stuttered. So I'm chilling.
Kind of like how I told you before we started recording this. It's like, you know what? If we fuck up, we fuck up. We just move on. It's just there, man. Honestly, so that's how it is. Honestly, so what got you into gaming?
Okay, so gaming overall. No, we're just talking about like just strictly gaming, right?
Just getting into
the games.
Yeah.
Okay. So into games, I believe it was right around the time of Minecraft getting released. which is like, lo and behold, you hear it from everybody. Oh, Minecraft started me the game. Minecraft started me the games. It wasn't me physically playing Minecraft. It was me watching a YouTuber of playing Minecraft. They did like a whole thing in like creative. They did like
Do you remember
who
it was?
Olympics. Yes, I do. I was just about to get into it. It was the Yog Olympics. They did the Olympics. It was the Yogs cast. They were like heavy onto Minecraft at the time, and they were just sending everything on it. And it inspired not only me but my little brothers as well. And we ended up watching a whole bunch of other YouTubers with things like Beige Canadian, Jerome ASF, Vicstar was a really big one that we watched a lot of.
Yeah, he was actually pretty big in it at one point.
Yeah, and just in general, we had just all sorts of fun. Literally, so this is how dedicated we were to wanting to watch it and like play it and stuff like that. Or what we wanted to do with it, excuse me. We made like a group, me and my little brothers. We were called Bacon Bash because pig, bacon bash makes sense, right?
Yep.
And for us to go watch YouTube videos, because at the house we weren't necessarily allowed to like go onto a computer and things like that, and we were always told like, "Hey, go outside." We're like, "Okay, sure." So all three of us would walk like I'd say like maybe 30 minutes to go down to the local McDonald's. We'd have like a phone about half the size of this.
Oh, I know which ones you're talking about.
About that half the size of this. We'd go in or get a sweet tea, large sweet tea, free refills. McDonald's, always love it.
Shout out to McDonald's. Nope, not sponsored. Although it is my last name.
Oh wow, okay.
Should sponsor me.
Right, exactly. Just having that, and then we'd go in and we'd take like a booth. And it got to the point of where the cashiers would know us by name, and there'd be times to where we'd come in with like dollar with like quarters and stuff like that. They'd be like, "Just take it, you're good." And it's just like, "Oh, cool, thank you." We'd sit there with a tiny little phone, all three of us huddled up, shoulder to shoulder, looking at a tiny little phone screen, watching Minecraft YouTube videos.
I mean, so I would say they were roughly about this size right here. Now here's
here. Yeah.
So I mean, this is the size difference right here.
Yeah, no, that's accurate. That's accurate.
I mean, I remember those days.
It was one of the ones that also did like, you know how like you can text, like it pops up on your keyboard here.
Yeah.
It was one of the ones that you had to slide up.
Yes. I had that exact same phone in high school.
Yeah, we had to slide up to text on it. I was just like, oh, okay, pretty cool.
So you're telling your story as your parents are going in and out of your room there. Do they know what you used to do?
Oh yeah, no, they know. I'm pretty open with them, and they know what I do as well. They know my content. They know.
All right, now get out of the way. Get out of the way. The real star is finally here. It's the dog. What's the dog's name?
One of the dogs. One of them.
One of them. Okay. What's the dog?
Dogs and 2 cats. This one is named Ragnar after Ragnar Lothbrok.
Yes. Yes. Somebody a man of culture.
He is very hyper. He is very hyper. He is a
Oh.
I put my foot down a little too rough, and he was like, "Oh shit! What the fuck? What the hell?"
Come on, man. That's old school Ragnar Lothbrok right there, buddy.
He is a mix of like a lot of things, but there's a good portion of Great Dane in him. That's why he's so tall and so lengthy. There he goes.
He's got a big old body to him too, man. He's somebody I wouldn't want to mess with.
Our dogs are very well kept. Like he's like the really strong and like hyper one who's running around and everything. And then our other one, her name is Iris. She's a little fat girl. She's a little fat girl, but she has a loud bark. So just imagine you walk up to a house, like say you're about to go inside or whatever. You got 2 dogs barking at you. One's like this, and the other one's she's a pit too. So she's a pit barking at you and very big.
That's like, something you just don't.
Into that house.
Yeah, you don't walk in.
That house.
No, you don't go in there. I got 3 dogs and 4 cats.
Oh my goodness gracious.
So each one's got their own story, but the third dog that we just got, he's now about to be 17 weeks old as of recording, and by the time this pops, he'd be about 22, 23 weeks by the time this podcast actually drops.
Nice.
And he's gonna be about 100 pounds. Biggest dog I've ever owned.
Goodness.
Right now he's only 36 pounds, but he's skinny. He stays.
Skinny, really?
I take him to work every day.
So he's always moving.
He's always moving. He's getting all the attention. He's playing a lot, and he's supposed to eat 4.5 cups of food a day right now, but he's averaging about 3 because he's playing too much. Yeah. And then we come home, and I got 2 other dogs. I got a 12-year-old dog and a 5 or 6-year-old dog. All of our pets have been adopted. Most of them out of the Humane Society. So.
And that's how we got both of them. They both were shelter dogs.
Yep. So, and honestly, so this is not sponsored or anything like that, but a mention of get your dogs neutered and spayed because, and as well as your cats, because there are too many animals in these shelters, and every year it's kind of sickening and sad that they have to do a clear the shelter event every single year.
Yeah. Because
of how packed they get so fast.
Yeah, and then those that don't get euthanized, and it's just like, that's terrible. Like,
exactly.
That's why, like, when we get a dog from a shelter, I think of just like they could, and they're so sweet. Like he looks big and he looks scary, but he is just a fucking sweetheart.
Mm-hmm.
So the other one.
The first dog that me and my wife adopted, his name is Finnegan, and he was 4 years old when we got him. We know he had to have gone through a family at one point or another because he was partially trained. He was housebroken completely. He was very well behaved. And where I live and where we got him from, he went from 3 other shelters throughout the entire country. Michigan, once they get to the Michigan Humane Society, that's their last stop. At that point, they got 1 year to get adopted.
And if they don't, they're...
Yeah. So it was kind of, me seeing that dog, especially him being older, he's not a puppy. It's very hard for older dogs to get adopted. So we took him in, and he's been the greatest dog. Well, as he got older, we decided, okay, how about we find another older dog around his age that he can hang out with, especially me and my wife are at work all day. He can hang out with them, play, do whatever.
Right.
And then we found an 8-year-old dog that was good for veterans. It's like, okay, I'm not a vet. It's an 8-year-old dog. The likelihood of a vet wanting to get an 8-year-old dog is not very likely. It's not very likely. So we were going to adopt, and it turns out they did not get along. So we couldn't take the dog. So there was another dog that me and my wife saw. She was very, very scared. She was shaking. The only person in the entire Humane Society that actually could go into her kennel and she would cuddle up with was a volunteer employee that was only there on Saturday.
Oh. So she was like scared.
Yeah, she was deathly scared of everything. So we said, okay, let's see how we can do with her. And she came right to me. She went right to my wife. She started playing with our dog, playing with Finnegan. And it was like, we have to take her.
Right. Because it's like your dog's interacting and having a good interaction is always nice.
Yep. And then, so for 3 days at home, she was really scared. She didn't know where she was, what she was doing. We had 2 cats as well at the time. So the cats kind of wanted to gang up on her to put her in her place and stuff like that. Once Finn realized that she was living with us, he put her into her place as well in the pack. And after 3 days, she was like the best dog. She is one of the best dogs I've ever had. She would never hurt a fly. She's all bark, no bite. She wants love and she just wants attention.
Yep. Sounds like my dogs. Sounds like my dogs to a T.
Yep. And then So now Finn's 12, she's 5 or 6, and now we have a puppy. And I've come to realize this this dog, who was definitely scared in about 4 or 5 years ago, is now officially the alpha of the 3 dogs, for sure. I've come to learn that very fast with this pup.
Oh my goodness. You always gotta love that though.
Exactly.
When stuff just you flip a dog's life around, and 2, just when stuff like that happens, it's just completely random, and it's just like, oh, cool.
Yep, exactly. So it's always a good feeling to see how a dog's life can be. So, but having the puppy and taking him to work, yeah, he does get a little extra special treatments at work and stuff like that compared to the other dogs. But they've always been, it's just always been those 2, and then you introduce a puppy and their life has changed.
Yeah, exactly. Because they look at it as like, I have to protect them now because they're so much smaller, even just younger in general.
See, the puppy, like the puppy now exactly weighs the exact same as the older dog.
The older one, like
Finn. Finnegan, yeah, he weighs. This puppy and him are about the same weight now.
Why? I can't imagine how that is.
Yeah, and Dixie's 63 pounds herself. So,
wow. So your dogs are all over the place. I don't know how much these guys weigh.
Yeah,
we just keep track of them.
See, I do have a camera that I do on stream now, because since the puppy is pretty much mine. He is my boy. He's my dog. And
he comes into your area a lot.
Yep. So I put this camera that you're looking at me at actually sits somewhere else when I'm streaming, and I have a scout cam.
Yep. I was going to say dog cam.
Yep.
Dog cam.
Yep. So that's how it is.
That's how it always is. Every chat, if they see a dog or a cat in the background, they're like, "Oh,
yep,
animal, show, please."
Right. My wife saved a kitten one year. He's now an asshole, fucker. But she saved him at like 6 weeks old. We were driving down one of the busiest roads ever. I didn't see him, but she was only 5 minutes behind me coming home from work, and she saw him. Grabbed him, scooped him up. Now we have a fucking cat.
You had no choice.
Yeah, so
you had no choice.
It looked like somebody threw him out the window. That's how he looked.
Ooh.
So it's kind of messed up.
But I'm assuming he's good now.
Oh yeah, I mean, he's an asshole now, and he's fully grown. He's all of like 10 pounds, and he likes to fight with the other cats. But when when I say fight, it's like play wrestling.
Play fight. Yeah. I know.
So, and he's tried to impregnate one of my.
Actually fought with the cats, he wouldn't be there.
Yeah, but
I know how that goes.
Before he got his balls chopped off, he tried to get my female cat pregnant. But he didn't learn how to actually complete it. He could never finish. Couldn't get it in.
And that's what she said. Sorry.
That was great.
I have. Hold on. Just. That's what she said.
I
have the button too, but I was just like, that feels better if I say that one.
Yes.
Rather than just randomly lean over and just go. That's what she said.
See, I don't know if you'd be able to hear any of my sounds. Like,
bing bong.
Did you hear that one?
I didn't.
Damn it. Okay, I gotta figure out how that works. So it's bing bong, like the old TikTok.
Oh, hold on.
Hey, yo.
Yes, those guys.
Yeah, I know. When you said bing bong, I know exactly what you were talking about.
I even got the Byron sound, man.
What do you want to tell Joe Byron right now?
Sup, baby? Take me out to dinner.
Hey, yo.
It's a hard hat summer. Respectfully. I love my sounds.
What's up, Ariana? What's up, Mama Arena Grande? Come take a spin on the Cyclone.
Yes, honestly, those guys are just hilarious. Honestly,
it's because it was just the most random, out of pocket shit that you would never expect.
For real, like I discovered them when it came to the Thanksgiving time, when it's like, what you thankful for?
Oh God,
beans, rice, Jesus Christ, and Byron.
Byron.
It was so great.
Oh, Byron.
Honestly, so you live your.
What was the other one? I was oh, you see these dogs in your front yard? Just go upstairs. What's going on? Bing bong.
Yes. Oh my god. Okay, now you just made me think of a story. So I listen to a lot of sport. I listen to a lot of sports radio.
Okay.
Being from Detroit, it's like you got music or you got sports. Take your pick.
Yep, music or sports, one or the other.
Yeah, Motown or sports.
Oh goodness, yep, that sounds about right.
Eminem or the Detroit Tigers right now. Take your pick. And I put myself
I'll
through
take Eminem.
Yeah, you can have Eminem. I put myself through the pain and suffering of sports.
Oh yeah, you get to enjoy that.
But
well,
there's
what's it called? The sports of Detroit.
Yes.
Yeah, I was still in sports, but just not the right area.
So there's a radio host. It's okay. So I'm gonna shout these guys out because I absolutely love them, and honestly, they're the greatest people out there. But 97 Won the Ticket in Detroit is one of the greatest sports radio stations of all time, in my opinion. And their host,
that's high praise.
Their 2 to 6 show of Mike Valenti with Rico Beard is my favorite time slot of all fucking time. The 2 to 6 show is the funniest because you got an angry Italian and a big old black guy.
Oh my goodness, that sounds like a buddy cop show kind of thing. Well,
then on top of it, you got a Christian pastor for a producer. You have a drunken 25-year-old answering the phones and a lazy person whose wife absolutely hates him, and we swear to God his brother's in the fucking mob, of a guy that collects all the clips, he collects all the sounds, and he honestly just makes great music. That's funny.
That's awesome.
So the 2 to 6 show, you can find him on Odyssey. You can even find him on Twitch, actually. You can find them at 90. You can find them on Twitch. 97 Won the Ticket on Twitch. They're live from 9 a.m. to 6. But that 2 to 6 time slot, I'm telling you, you will love it.
Okay, fair enough. I might have to check that out, actually.
You might have to find them on Odyssey to get most of the songs and stuff like that, because Twitch TOS prevents a lot of stuff, sadly. So that's why I don't watch it on Twitch. I just listen on Odyssey.
No, that's fair enough.
So I will give those guys the praises of a lifetime. In fact,
you did. You literally just did. So
yeah, they are. I love the rest of the show hosts. Like in the mornings, they have a former professional football player who's a host.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So I mean, and you got a guy that went to Michigan State, but now he works for the University of Michigan. He works with a Michigan State grad as well. So it's like, you're all over the board.
Right.
And they'll talk national sports as well. Like Deshaun Watkins.
Wow. Oh my.
Yeah, let's not get in that conversation. Everybody's got an opinion.
6 games is not enough. That's all I'm saying. Anyway.
I cannot say that I do agree.
I think Next topic before we get too far into
yes,
because this is gonna go down a bad path.
It really will.
It will go down a bad path.
Okay, so let me rephrase that. 6 games, yeah, it's not enough, but the problem is that we're going based on accusations now, because he did make it through the trial and everything.
Yeah, that's fair.
So I would say
if the accusations of what was said, I'm not going to say what was said.
No.
I'm not going to say what was said. But then somebody gets a full season suspension for betting on one game while betting on their team while they weren't on the field.
Yeah, you're right. That's where I lost. That's where they lost me as well. It did lose me there.
And go just like that whole season for betting on one game. What he did for 6 games, no.
Yeah, you're right. You know what? You're right. It lost me there. Why did he get a full season?
Right. So I feel Deshaun should have had the season, maybe a little more if
I
something else
think
pops up. But
what pissed me off is finding out that he's not losing so much money in fine
that's
because his contract's only for $1 million.
He's only on there for $1 million? Really? Wow.
For this one season.
Is this was this like their option year or some shit? With him?
No, he signed with them
for $1 million?
For $1 million for only the 2022 season, and then after that, it's so much. It's a lot of money. Like it's going to be a shit ton of money.
I'm assuming the fines will hit right then and there once he gets to pass that.
Nope. Now he's starting to see those fines.
I love that we said we aren't going to continue down this road.
But you know what? We found a little bit of a
median.
Yeah, a little bit of a median. So Watson has a $1.035 million base salary in 2022. And he will lose about $344,655 from missed game checks from the 6-game suspension. His nearly $45 million signing bonus will not be affected.
What the fuck?
Base salary is where they hit you on the fines, but your signing bonuses never get touched. That's why when Tom Brady had the Deflategate, he only had a base salary of a couple $1 million, but his signing bonus was ridiculous,
massive.
And that's why the Patriots were always able to have such great teams. Is because he would always take the lower base salary, but his signing bonus was always high.
Right, and that didn't affect the team's cap, shit like
exactly.
that.
Exactly.
And that's smart on his end, and smart on the Patriots' end.
Yes, exactly. And that's why I think they need to get rid of signing bonuses.
Saying no, depending.
They find loopholes. It's the loophole.
There should be a limit on the signing bonus. That is what I will say.
It's the loopholes that the teams find.
Yeah.
Smart on the Browns and smart on Watson.
Yeah.
So, all right, let's get into another topic here because you know what? You and me, one of these days, we're going to do a complete sports podcast together.
Oh, yeah. We'll just sit here and talk about sports and deflate and
everything. How about this? You start a podcast for sports, and I'll come on and co-host with you.
If I get time. Because right now life is busy.
Hey, you know what, man? I'm here for the long haul.
Fair enough.
When exactly did you get into content creating?
Okay, so like who or just why?
No, when did you?
When? My first ever, I guess you could count like a Twitch stream as like a live video, right? Kind of thing.
Yeah, I'd consider that content creating.
Okay, so my first ever stream it's funny enough, it's weird how I remember the exact day, by the way.
I can remember mine too, so don't worry.
It was December 18th, 2018. I was sitting there playing Fortnite during Season 7 of Chapter 1, which is where I think a lot of people within my community started. Obviously, I've branched out now to like a whole bunch of other games and stuff like that, etc., etc. More so mainly Valorant at the moment. But December 18th of 2020, or no, not 2020, December 18th of 2018. And it was just, the reason why I remember is because my buddy clipped me running past a llama that was like literally like the distance between me and my dog's food at the moment in game. That was where the llama was standing. I didn't see it. Period. I was and this was before llamas moved, and this was like the llama just standing still, just sitting there.
So, in other words, you should have gotten some gamer advantage glasses back in the day.
Go NorCal! No.
Hey, no, honestly, promote that shit, man.
Yes and no, but because I had my own glasses at the same time.
Right.
So.
It was just for the shits and giggles. Wait for you to pun it out there for NorCal. Honestly, yes, I'm partnered with Gamer Advantage, but this is about you guys. So
right, exactly.
Whatever helps the team helps you.
And then I think let me check my video list on YouTube, because I remember I released a video maybe a couple days after that.
See, I'm looking
No,
back
it wasn't a couple days. It was February 5th of the following year.
on Twitch.
YouTube.
See, I'm looking
That
up your
was
YouTube right now. Your first video, confused or funny?
yes, that was the first ever YouTube video that I fully made.
Do you mind if I pull it up onto the
No, go
podcast?
right ahead. It might there is copyright music to it.
Okay, I'll.
After
Oh, wrong one. I did this. Did that twice now. I've done that twice.
Okay,
I did.
so
I did a podcast the other day with somebody else.
The first clip in the video has a funny story behind it as well. But
why are you wearing a
after the
mask?
first clip, no, that's not me wearing a mask. You like
Okay.
if you want to watch it, go ahead. It's the funniest thing ever that like a viewer has ever gifted me, I guess, if that makes sense.
What on God Green Earth is on your screen right now?
Mine
Or mine? You guys got a it looks like a AR?
He's got an LMG. He has like a Negev from Counter-Strike.
Okay. I just skipped up, so you got TSM Hamlin's here.
Oh, okay. Oh God. Please tell me you have it muted, right?
Yes, it's muted. It's all muted.
Okay.
It's all muted.
Okay. So there's a story behind that clip as well.
Now you got it. Now you got parallel Delu? I have never seen that.
Yeah. Delusive. He's one of the older boys in from Parallel.
Okay.
Yeah, I think he's on a team called Ultraviolet at the moment. I think he leads it, if I'm not
And
mistaken.
now you got FaZe Mew.
Oh yeah, Carrie. I love Carrie to death. Carrie is like one of those people that I've always been around or always tried to be around. Well, not try to be around, but you know what I mean. Like I've tried to stay active within this community, even at the times where I do, like I kind of fall back.
Here's Scotty, and what just happened to you?
I don't even know what clip you're on. That's the thing. Oh,
here,
no.
let me share my screen with you, so that way you can watch it too.
Yeah, I'm curious. I want to see these. Okay, so this is from okay. Oh God. So funny thing is, so with this clip here, he's going like, "Are you a girl, Scotty?" By the way, because my name's Miss Scotty on Twitch, and it was just like, so I can be like, "Yeah, girl."
And then what just happened there with you right there?
So I missed the grapple on it, and I fell.
Okay.
So I'm the burger in this clip. So and that emote had just come out. So he's like, "Oh, look at him. He looks like he's walking around in like a real life, like 24 FPS kind of thing." Oh God, no. This is me. I'm so bad. I'm so I look at some of these old clips and I'm just like, dude, I was so terrible. Not saying I'm any better.
Oh no, you fell for the trap. No.
This is Carrie going, Scotty, I hate you so much, dude.
Bro.
I'm just laughing. Delusive just getting pickaxed. Oh God, I haven't seen this video in ages, by the way.
Yeah, I mean it was your very first video you ever did.
Yeah, and there's like there's a very like after the there's like gonna be an awkward me dancing clip. You can just stop the video from there because there's like it's like right at the end of it.
Okay, so can you see where I'm at on?
Yeah, I can.
Okay. So what's this, true love or hatred?
So it's basically the same style of video.
Okay.
So I originally based it off of 2 clips in there. There was Carrie saying, "Scotty, I hate you so much, dude. You're the worst." And then there was one of Faria TV. He was the one. He did like he said like, "Scotty, you're trash" or some shit in it or something around those lines. And it was like around the same thing. Parallel was the first team I ever grinded for. Like everybody's like, "You're grinding for NorCal." Parallel was my first ever like team grind.
Okay, so you were trying to get onto NorCal and stuff like that, or onto Parallel.
Parallel, yes.
Before NorCal. Before NorCal was even born.
I think so.
They've been around for 4 years now, so yeah, I mean,
it would have been right around like when they were starting.
Yeah, right around the time that you uploaded this. They weren't even. Oh, this was uploaded in 2019.
They were barely there.
Yeah, they were barely there. See, I didn't hear about NorCal until Dramatic Pause, actually.
I think I heard. So I was part of a team by the name of Inverse, which unfortunately ended because the owners didn't have time, the people that were owning it, and they didn't want to half-ass the content. So they said, let's just leave it to where we are. We're leaving on a high note kind of thing.
Okay.
Rather than have like half-ass content and just see like the slow diminish that you would see normally with other teams.
Right. Yeah.
They ended on a high note.
And that's, what I have a lot of respect for some of these teams out there. They'll recognize where they're at and recognize that we're not going to go much farther because life has hit us. Let's just disband. And that's where I have the respect. But then there's teams where it's like, you're putting in
half-ass content.
Yeah.
And then you see the diminishing and just like, I'm not interested anymore.
Yeah.
And that's what happened with Inverse. They left on a high note. And then August, NorCal August, was NorCal August. I think it's August Para, P-A-R-A. He reached out to me and said, hey, would you want to join NorCal? I see Inverse just left or just disbanded. I was like, yeah, sure. I had no idea what NorCal was at the time. Mitch is probably going to see this and go, oh, well, great. Thanks, Scotty. Great to know.
Doubtful, if I'm being honest. Look,
hey, you have
no idea how hard I've been trying to get Mitch to join this.
Well, maybe he'll see like that I'm in it, and like when you post it, I'll retweet it, stuff like that. Blah 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 blah. He might be interested in like watch it kind of thing, like see how I portray myself outside of like a stream content, something around those. Yeah, exactly.
But like I've always said, I did post this out there. I don't see myself being good enough for NorCal, honestly, personally. I know I got a lot to learn, and that's why I've always thought Rising would be the perfect spot for me. But if I don't get there, I don't get there. Life happens. It's all part of the grind, and that's what we love.
One thing that I always say too is I don't say like, I'm not saying it as a way of like, don't grind for Rising. There's no point. Grind for the main team, but don't be afraid to take that Rising offer, because more people like I see the tag in your back. It's the Rising Miami, right?
Yeah, and I even got NorCal, the NorCal one too.
Okay, so the NorCal Miami is the one that you mainly want to use because more people are going to be looking at that tag.
Yeah, I do.
And
I use
that's
both.
where you'll get more recognition.
Yeah, I'm using both tags just because if I do get the spot onto the main team, I'll be overjoyed.
Right.
Because
you'll be happy with Rising too.
I would be happy with Rising. But
exactly.
The only reason why I put that out there is because there was a time where I did see somebody say, I don't understand why people why people are turning down Rising. Mitch put that out into the stream like, yeah, we had people that were being offered Rising, but they were turning it down. And I was like, why are people turning this down?
Right. And that's the way I look at it too. It's just like, even if I didn't get offered the main team at the time, I still would have taken Rising because it's that development team, for lack of a better term, development team.
Yeah,
you're going in there to learn and get to the point of where you are on the main team.
Exactly. And it's still a part of NorCal. And it's still a part of NorCal.
Right, exactly. Granted, you're not going to be like, oh, you may not have your face plastered all over the YouTube, or you might not get your shit retweeted on the main channel or the main page, but you'll still be there.
Exactly. I gotta fix that. There you go. What? Your pretty face was not on the screen for a while.
Oh, well, hopefully they enjoyed my soothing voice.
Look, I'm so new to doing this part of everything that it's like I'm trying different taxes. I did the other day I did a podcast with Rash.
Oh wow, okay. The guy who won the thing, standing there for 45 hours plus. Dear God.
Exactly. So I did the same exact thing with him. So
you're learning. It's a process. You're learning.
Exactly. It's taking new strides into the podcast.
Yeah, exactly. New ideas. You never know. They could work.
Hey, look, man. I don't have a team sitting here around me. It's just me and you here. Okay.
Right. Exactly. So August had reached out to me about wanting to join NorCal. And I was like, sure. So within 12 hours, because I think August messaged me at like midnight. I was like, yeah, I'm about to go to bed, but sure. And he said, do you want to call with Mitch tomorrow or the day after? And I was like, yeah, sure. Within 24 hours, maybe within 2 days, I was in a call with Mitch. I said, hey, I want to bring a couple of my boys with me that I know will be good for the team as well. And I'm the last one of my class, quote unquote. Like, you know how you have a graduating class or people that you join with, shit like that? It was me, Inverse Kevin, KVN, and Scouty. I don't know if you probably never heard of the other two.
I think I've heard of Kevin.
Probably Kevin, but probably not Scouty.
No, I don't think Scouty.
Yeah. So just imagine also at the same time, NorCal Scouty, NorCal Scotty. Just imagine the amount of times we got mixed up.
God, man, my brain's already trying to figure it out.
But so me, Kevin, and Scouty all joined the exact same day. All had like all of this, and I'm the last one here. I'm still going, which is what surprised most people. Is that the fact that I was the last one. Most people thought, oh, Scouty, he was close to partner. He's going to make it. Kevin, he's a young prodigy trick shotting. Oh, he'll make it. Nope. I'm the last one here.
You're the last one standing, and yet you're standing very strong. In fact, that's so strong that you're actually grinding out for 100 Thieves and stuff like that.
Yes, I am. That is
so,
the...
what attracted you to 100 Thieves?
Valkyrie. No, I'm kidding.
You know what, man? You can just end it there, and I'd be happy.
Yeah, right now. The thing that kind of like made me want to go for these more so than like we'll say like NRG or Faze, or because most people's end goal is Faze. They want to join Faze. They want to be part of that legacy.
I mean, you got a Phase 1 application here, so
yeah. I'd be dumb if I didn't go for it.
You're
That's
right.
The way I look at it.
Okay, you're right.
I would be dumb if I didn't go for Phase 1. And if anything, even if I didn't think that, hey, I wasn't going to make it, I thought I had a pretty good chance, but obviously not. That's why I'm still here. Even if I didn't think I was going to make it, I still would have done it because it's a way to expose yourself and get your name out there to more people. And I've met some people from the Phase 1 competition that I never would have met if I didn't go for it. So that's the way I look at it. I have nothing to lose going for that.
Honestly, much respect, because so about me, I'm a huge Karnage clan fan and stuff like that. I got plenty of friends that were in it. I've got their shakers. I got their respawn pillows behind me. So it's like
everything.
Yeah, I've had UDG on the podcast. Dexbot was my inspiration to continue grinding and in content creating. Paolo's an amazing person. Gotten to know Lazy and Burger. My partnership manager at Gamer Advantage was Thumper. So,
oh my goodness. So everything was just Karnage.
Yep. So Karnage was like that for me. But I wanted to try and go for NorCal because I feel NorCal and Karnage are almost the exact same.
Yeah.
In terms of being community based, positivity, stuff like that. So NorCal just seemed like a good fit. I've been watching them for over a year, learning about.
That's why I'm still here, is because of the family aspect and the community aspect of everything.
Exactly. And believe it or not, I knew who you were long before you even knew who I was.
Oh, because of NorCal. I'm done.
I wanted to keep track of all the NorCal people and stuff like that. Dramatic Pause was actually who introduced me to who NorCal was.
Okay, that's fair.
So, kind of funny story. My wife's best friend's husband used to game with Dramatic Pause on a regular basis.
Oh my goodness.
And he introduced me and Dramatic Pause to each other.
Oh, wow. So, real world connections making video game connections.
Yeah, but we played two different games. He played Fortnite and I played Warzone. So we never played games together, but we interacted in each other's chats for a while. And then I saw that he was a part of the G Fuel House with NorCal.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what introduced me to NorCal, was because of him.
Okay, that's fair.
And that's when I started really investing time into getting to know NorCal.
Yeah. And then you probably knew me at like off at the beginning. Probably the kid that, or I say kid because that's like what most people refer it as, the kid that played Fortnite, or the guy who hosted fashion shows for a lot of YouTubers.
You actually, NorCal retweeted you one time. It was a while ago, and I can't remember when it was.
Was it? No, it wouldn't have been my.
So I didn't start following the members until way later.
So it wouldn't have been my introducing one. It would have been like what my welcome, like I'm joining Team NorCal.
God, I can't remember what it was. It was a while ago.
I'm trying to think. What have I been retweeted by the main account for? Maybe, dumb as it sounds, maybe it was there was a big event for Fortnite that I was involved in. It was there was a trio fashion show.
Yes, that's it. Yes.
Okay, that's what it was. Okay, so there was a huge Fortnite content creator by the name of Lachlan hosting trio fashion shows, and you had to apply and get your team to set up everything, show off your combo, shit like that, etc., etc. And
he turned that into a YouTube video, and I left my ass.
Oh no, I turned it into a YouTube video too. It's on the channel.
See, I actually watched Lachlan with Muzelk and Loser Fruit and Laser Beam. I watch all of them.
Oh, you watched the Click House mainly.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Me and my wife loved watching the Click House videos, but then we watch a lot of Muzelk death runs. I watch Loser Fruit because she's funny. She's hot.
Yeah.
And then Laser Beam is funny as hell. And then yeah, so I've watched all the Aussies and stuff like that.
I found Lachlan through the Minecraft days when he would team up with Bajan and Jerome and all of them. And then I've just followed
Vicstar,
him
I bet.
Yeah, I've just followed him since then. Where was I? So yeah, that was probably what it was. And my team was one of. He says it in the video. I want to figure this out now.
There were so many of you guys.
Here, I want to figure this out because he said how many teams there was.
So you were actually in that video?
Yes, I'm in the video.
Oh my god, I didn't even recognize that.
Well, it's because my name was NorCal Scotty in this.
Yeah, but I must have just phased out or something. No pun.
So,
excuse me, no pun intended.
Yeah. There was over how many hold on. God damn it. There was 28,000 team submissions. And jeez. I was part of the top 100 of those submissions to even make it to even just to get qualified into money.
Jesus Christ.
And then I made it to the top 10 teams, beating out a fashion show content creator by the name of Ghouls. We beat his team out. And the funny thing was, I watched back the stream because I was just like, what the hell happened? How did we win out of everything? The two judges were Boomer and Lachlan. Boomer wanted to go with Ghouls' team, who was doing Subway Surfers.
Yep.
And Lachlan wanted to go with my team, who was the Disco People, because we had a whole bar set up. We tied a whole story together and everything. And Lachlan, and this still blows my mind. Still it's just what the hell? Unintentionally he did it, but it still meant a lot to me. The fact that Lachlan himself was fighting for my team to make it to that next round.
And you know what? Honestly, I can't believe I even missed that. I might have turned that video on one of these days when I was watching. I'm not even lying. I watch so much YouTube.
That's fair.
I watch so much YouTube. Actually, I listen to a lot of YouTube when I'm watching Baby Box. So it's like, I'm going to have to go back and rewatch that shit.
Hold on. I'm about to grab a screenshot of our team.
All right. Here's the thing. Here's what we're going to do, because you and me are having such a great vibe. We're going to end this portion of the podcast now. Okay. And we're going to actually go into a two-parter here. Okay?
Okay.
So guys, if you're watching on YouTube or if you're watching here on Spotify, next Friday.
Well, listening on Spotify.
Yeah. Or watch on Spotify if you're on Breaker, Radio Public, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, wherever you guys get the podcast from. Next week, we are going to continue on here with Scotty of NorCal Esports. So we will see you guys next week.